I'm going to create a basic Ajax request using native JavaScript. Here I'm inside of Codio IDE, and inside of this project I've got two files, index.html, which is the home page, and then page.html, and all that's inside of here is a paragraph with some text. Inside of the home page I've got one div, and that's got the ID of output. It's an empty div because that div is going to be populated with the data that's returned from the Ajax request. That data is everything that's inside of this page.html. Okay, but what we'll see is going to be the paragraph right here. So starting out, I'm going to go to create the request. First thing I'm going to do is create an instance of the XML HTTP request object. So var xhr equals new request. Okay. And down here, I'll create a callback function. Okay, so I'll say xhr dot ready state. And then down here, I'm going to use the get element by ID method. Okay, and then it's going to target the div with the ID of output. That's right above it, right up here. So that'll be output. Then I'm going to use the inner HTML property to populate this div with content. And what that content is the data that's returned from this Ajax request. So xhr dot response text, close that up. Okay. Then next I'm going to go ahead and open the request. So xhr dot open. Now this will take 3 arguments. Here I'm going to put 2, and I'll discuss here that third one in just a moment. So this will be a get request, and that'll be targeting the page HTML. And here I can put true for an asynchronous request, but I can also not use that. So last thing here I'm going to do is send the request. So, all right, I can save that there, so that now when I go to the home page, I'm going to refresh the page, and you see that it brings that content into the home page from page.html. Okay. You can learn a little bit more about these here. This condition is just checking to make sure that that Ajax request was successful, and it's using the ready state and the status here. And these numbers represent something, and there's other numbers as well. So something like 404, which if that's what the response was, this wouldn't work. So you can learn a little bit more about that by just Googling it. But this is going to be your base setup for an Ajax request. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a couple of comments in here right quick, and that will sum this up. All right, and there you have it. So this is a basic Ajax request using native JavaScript, and that pulls in the data from another page into the home page, and you can see that right up here.